Okay, so in this video, we're going to focus on formatting of this right side of our layout, basically these things. And the first thing we're going to do, so you notice when you click on the an area without borders, it highlights it like this. So anything that doesn't have a title will be highlighted like this. To disable this, go to Setup, Other Configuration, then scroll down to this window border setting and uncheck this mark here, draw border for windows without title bar. So now let's click OK. Now if you click here, it does not highlight the window, so that's good. Now here, you don't really need the title here because you have title here in the montage and here in the name of the stock here. So you can right click on this and say no title bar. This will save you some space here. Then we do the same for accounts, orders, positions with closed positions, trades, and market view. So you can do all of that. We're not going to do it yet because if it's new for you, you don't know which one is which. So let's keep the names for now. Now let's try to format this stuff. Here, let's start with level 2. So let's do right click and config. And here's what we have here. So we have the font is 9. Shares is basically displaying lots right now. So this one you need to uncheck to see actual shares. And for most of us, seeing actual shares is better because right now lots are all small, so everything is like 0. So let's do this and click OK. Now we see actual shares in there, but everything is like squished together. So for most of us, if you go to columns, we don't need to see the exchange. So let's remove that. Now click OK, OK. And now we have only 3 columns. Right click here and say auto fit. And now we have like better spacing here for these columns. Also, to make it easier to see, let's add the vertical grid. And also, so let's see it like this, auto fit. And you can even spread it a little bit manually. Let's do config more. And you can also separate these by time. So anything in the same time will have like a horizontal lines around it. So right now you see like how many trades are passing through in each second. So that could be helpful for some people. Let's see. So what else do we need? You can highlight some of these market makers, but it's not really necessary. Background color and text. Overall, I think that's fine. I think that's good enough. If you can play with the font size and other things, if you want to make it more visible, you can also remove time and just have like price and shares. Now let's go to time. Right click here, and here we need to modify a couple of things. So let's click here on the actual inside of the box. So now instead of counting down to market close, let's just show clock and show date as well. So now what we have is our date and time. Okay, now let's do text color. Let's make it white and the actual box black. So now it kind of conforms to the overall dark theme of the dust trader that we have. So that's good. So we've done 2. Now let's look at this time and sales. So here, there's a bunch of config options here. So level 1 config. So here, first of all, go to a level 1 config and say show 2 more ticker. Click enable. And this will, in addition to only showing VWAP, it will allow you to select 2 more of these fields. So you then right click and say, okay, which one do I need? I usually select bid-ask spread, not the bid-ask spread, but the bid-ask spread right here. So now it shows me the difference between bid and ask. It'll just allow me to place orders more confidently when it's a tighter spread. And then this one, I usually choose RVol. So here you can say now relative volume for this stock. So today is 150%. And that just prevents you from trading in low liquidity, low volume stocks that will probably stop you out. Let's do another config again. Level 1, level 2. And here you can, first of all, let's make the font a little bit bigger, and make it bold. So like now it's 10 and bold. Click OK. So now we can better see the level 2. Let's do again here, level 2 config. And it's fine to have all of these groups here if you don't mind all this blinking. Another thing you can do is leave just the color group 0 here colored, and the rest just make it kind of gray, and sort of switching. So let's say this one is like light gray, and then this one is dark gray. Well, this one is more green, I guess. Dark gray, and then light gray again, dark gray again, light gray. So when we do this, this is just going to be less blinking, but you would still be able to see these groups on the screen. So now it looks like this. So you kind of see from the yellow how deep the bid and ask is, and then the rest you don't really need to see. Another thing that's interesting and helpful here, let's see, go to level 2 config. First of all, you don't need 3 decimals for your price, so let's set it to 2 decimals. It will save us some space. No scroll bar. So scroll bar, you don't really need the scroll bar on the right, so let's click no scroll bar. That will save us even more space. And for the order font, let's also make it 10 because it's now too small. If you want to show your actual order on the bid-ask spread, I usually don't do that because it just clutters this space. Okay, ladder view is a kind of a experimental feature. You may prefer that. I didn't find it very useful to trade like this because it's just hard to see where price is, and you have to scroll up and down. So this is how price basically changes. It recenters with a given interval, but it's kind of it's hard to see what's going on and like the bid-ask spreads and how much is sitting on the bid and ask. So I will disable this for now. And this whole section is still in development. This is the ladder view. I don't think it's needed, so you can skip the whole thing. Here, this is important. So here, if you want to see a large bid and ask, so let's say more than 1,000 shares, so you say like 10 lots, or I think maybe you need to say 1,000. Let's see, highlight the full row text. So we will set a background color to let's say this light red. And now we see all these big ones. So you now see that there's like 1,000 orders sitting here, 1,000 orders sitting here and here. And that just allows you sometimes to see like the ladder for level 2 if it's going to climb or not. Also notice that our level 2 is not that deep. So you scroll down and it's finished, it's done. That's because by default, it's not set to show like the full depth of level 2. Let's find where we can set the depth. We keep looking. So order size, level 2 type. Okay, so here. So level 2, we have 100 tiers, right, for the main level 2. But all of these, total view, Arca, only have 5 layers. So let's change that to 100 as well. We change all of these to 100, click OK. And now you see how you can scroll all the way down and see the whole book. So like you see that there's a bunch of orders at like 338, 335, all the way down. And then if you go to the upside, there's like 350, there's a bunch of orders. So now you can see the whole level 2 for this stock. What else? Basically, there's a couple of things you need to know about orders. If you want to submit a stop limit order, you need to change the format of this box. You basically right-click here, I think, and order a style. Go to style and select stop order. Now you have additional fields for stuff like stop type and trigger price and all of these fields. And this is needed even if you're using the shortcuts for stop limit orders and things like that. Your level 2, your montage should be in this format. Basically, right click, style, and then stop order. So that gives you this layout that you need. Now, what else do we need? So now we have all our Viva, Beta spread, RVol. The level 2 is formatted, showing the full level 2. The orders are formatted, so now you can submit stop limit orders. So that's basically it for the montage. So now we can just continue to the following boxes, and here we mostly just adjust the size of the font so we can see it better. So, and then right click, auto fit. So now you see my accounts. Orders the same. Let's go to order configuration, set it to 10, click OK. No active orders for me right now, so config positions, again 10, and you can change it to anything you want, and then auto fit. So now you see my executions, what I'm currently holding. Now positions with closed positions, let's do again 10 and OK, and right click, auto fit. So now you see all of these things. Now for trades, so trades look especially bad, so background again, let's make it dark, and the font, let's see. Well, let's try. So first of all, let's see if we need, like Claw ID we probably don't need, type, broker we don't need, route, we don't need to know the route, right? And then so we click OK, and now we have a little bit better organized trades here. Let's make the font larger as well, 10, and text color for buy orders. Okay, so this one, maybe the background is too dark, or let's say buy orders are kind of a green color, and then sell orders are kind of this light red color. So click OK. So now you can actually see your orders, and they're much easier to see than before. So now let's go to market view, again view config, change the font of course to much bigger font, let's say 10, and make it I guess we'll keep it like this for now. So what can we remove from the fields here? Well, really you don't need to know the bid and ask, it's just cluttering the space, so let's remove that. High and low, it depends on your trading style. You really don't need those. You don't even need the open price. So all you need is like symbol. Tick is this up and down arrows. They're really not needed. This is just sort of a legacy thing. So what we have, symbol, we have change, we have last price, and then we have volume. So that's important. But we also need to know like the change percentage. So let's add the percentage change. So push it up. And last should be like the last price should be right after the symbol. So let's move it up. And what another thing that we do need is this relative volume. So relative volume is important. So now we can see this again out of it. And what we have now is a symbol, the last price, how much it changed, percentage change, volume, and relative volume. I actually prefer to have relative volume higher. So like my second field is actually relative volume. That way I can quickly see which tickers are actually in play today. So you can see that Apple only has 60% of regular volume, and then Tesla is 150. So that's why Tesla is moving so well today after being oversold yesterday. So we have all of this. Let's look now at the font. So all these blinkings is also kind of unnecessary. You can keep that. In reality, it's probably easier if you don't have as much stuff ticking and moving and so on. So like symbol column color, we can change it to dark. And now we should actually change all these columns, even row and odd row should be the same dark color, and click OK. And now we just have a list of symbols with RVol, last price, change, percent change, and volume. So that is now clean. It's also blinking. Like these blinks, you can remove them if you want in the settings, but we can keep them for now. So we have what we have done so far is basically format every field here and make them more consistent with overall theme of this layout. So let's go to File, Save Desktop, and save this default layout. So now all of these changes are saved and you're not gonna lose them going forward. So that concludes the setup of these fields in this video.